Just west of downtown, you get a look at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Today, a good one in store. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Atlanta Falcons. Mike Tirico, Greg Oakson, we welcome you. The punter, Bradley Pinion, gets this started. Off we go from Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Well, here come the Steelers, and that's the sight that looks odd, but people were looking to see after keeping us waiting all spring. Year 21 in the league for Aaron Rodgers, his first as the Steelers quarterback.
There's not many guys, Mike, in NFL history that while their career is still ongoing, they already are considered a no-brainer finding themselves in Canton one day. And this guy is certainly at the top of the list. And let's not forget, this is not some washed-up quarterback who can't let go of the past. He is still capable of playing at an all-pro level. And if he continues to do so, any team he's on is going to be a Super Bowl contender. And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
On the ground is Jalen Warren. And the D closes quickly. He stopped after a gain of a yard. Jalen Walker there to make the play.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
Third, they need 8. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. On third down, Rodgers. This one down the field, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully, and that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. The Falcons come out and they are led by Michael Penix, the second-year quarterback out of Washington. Greg taking over late last year and winning the job as the Atlanta starting quarterback.
Sometimes we can make NFL football so complicated, Mike. There's different personnel, different approaches to how to play the game. But when it all comes down to it, the best teams in the league, they simply just find a way to win. It might look different week in and week out. It might take 40 passes or it might take 40 runs. It could be a shootout or a slugfest. It doesn't matter. They are comfortable operating in all situations, and, man, all you got to do, like Al Davis said, just win, baby. Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you go.
And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second and a yard. They'll run it for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
A gain of 6.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
On first down, right back to Robinson. And they'll move it down to the 11-yard line. He's out of bounds there. That one's good for 29.
The biggest element on a lot of these explosive runs, Mike, is can the running back make the first guy miss? That's exactly what he was able to do here, and it led to a big gain.
They can still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. And they'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the Steelers' 5-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Penix. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Great London. Touchdown, Falcons. Younghoe Koo now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Falcons will take a 7-0 lead.
Steelers 0.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. To return is Kenneth Gainwell. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense ready to get going with their second possession. They'll run with the rookie, drafted in the 3rd round. Tough to bring down, and somehow he manages to get 4 yards out of that.
A gain of 4 brings up 2nd down at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here is 2nd and 5. Another run here with Johnson. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
The tackle made by Jesse Bates. A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Pittsburgh.
Play action now with Rodgers. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
A bit of a risky throw there, Mike. You don't love to see a quarterback force the ball, especially into a crowded area. In the end, I think he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. That's over the middle and taken in by Freiermuth.
Complete to Pat Freiermuth. It's a gain of 6, and it's 3rd down.
They'll empty out the backfield, line up for 3rd and 3. Rodgers to throw. He'll try to run for it. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
A gain of 12. First down, Steelers.
They go with man coverage on the back end, and while everything's covered up nicely, there's nobody with eyes on the quarterback, so he ends up just using his legs, keeps the drive alive, and that heads-up play moves the chains on third down.
This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Traditionally in 1st and 10, Mike, a defense is not playing for draw. So I think in this case, it was their quick reaction to the ball and able to get someone to meet the runner and stop him behind the line of scrimmage.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Throwing, Rodgers. Now a screen set up for Johnson. This one could be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
3rd and long for Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation. And for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and they come out to the 20-yard line. The Falcons offense ready for their 2nd possession. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. Start on the ground with Robinson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
Woo! And mark him down up beyond the 30. The screen works for 10 yards and a 1st down.
The relationship between the back and the offensive lineman is now the key for the run after catch. You want to make sure those linemen don't get too far down the field where they can't help protect the back. So once the running back catches it, there's a go-go call. Now everyone knows it's time to go downfield. The running back falls in behind him, and that's the landmark of the screen play.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
You get so caught up defending all of these weapons all over the field, and it's sometimes really easy to forget about the back. And in this case, the quarterback does a nice job just dropping the ball off in his check down, and he lets him do the rest.
Shotgun snap, and they'll give it to Robinson. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Here's a 2nd and 12. From the gun, here is Penix. Left side in the hands of London. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Scrambling to his left.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 6. Pitts is the man in motion. Now panics to throw on 2nd down. For the left side, he gets that to Mooney.
Passes pass. Complete to Darnell Mooney. No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Here now, 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Penix. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
You talk about a quarterback getting bailed out. Man, that is a pick all day long. And as this defender enters the huddle, you see a bunch of his guys hitting him on the helmet, but I could promise you they're saying, next time, you got to come down with that one.
So on 4th down, the Falcons bring on Bradley Pinion to punt. Back deep to receive is Calvin Austin. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. So the drive begins with a give to Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds, up past the 20. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
The trend around the league, Mike, is that we've seen that running back has really turned into a young man's game. And there's something to be said for having some fresh legs, fresh out of college. They love the dynamic ability this guy brings to their rushing attack, and it's clear why.
On 1st down, right back to Johnson. Up the sideline at the 35. And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield. That's another quick first down. That's a 25-yard gain.
Watch the running back's patience here, Mike. He's slow, and then he hits it. That's the key here. If he goes too fast, their linemen aren't ready yet. Really well executed. Great run.
That's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7.
Tackle made at the 44-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
So after 1, it's the Falcons with the early lead. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. The Steelers with the football to begin the 2nd quarter. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. As we are ready to get back underway. He's got Freiermuth open on the left side. And he'll get about 5 here as he's out of bounds with a 1st down.
1st down, Steelers.
On 1st and 10, it's Warren. Down the sideline, inside the 25. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20.
And the Steeler
They get 21 on that one. Good for a Steeler 1st down.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs to kind of help wear down the defense. But I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone.
Pat Freiermuth, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
That's not an easy catch by any means, but at this level, Mike, you get paid to catch them all. And really, you get paid to catch the hard ones. And you know that hit, it's coming either way. And I remember learning as a young player early in my career, the hit's coming, you're going to get knocked to the ground. It feels a lot better getting off the ground and handing the ball to the official. There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
A-Rod out of the gun here on third down. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on third down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up fourth down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
Now on fourth down, the veteran Chris Boswell on for the Steelers. It'll be a 35-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers are on the board. It's 7-3. That's the danger. They try to sell out and block it. Instead, get the roughing call, and it results in a first down. They'll run straight ahead with Warren. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal?
So push back to the 11-yard line for second and goal. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
It's going to go down as an incompletion, but it wasn't from a lack of effort. I mean, he did everything in his power to try to get both feet in bounds. The pass just took him a little bit too close to the sideline, and he just wasn't able to save the play.
Third and goal. Rodgers now. Metcalf reels it in on the right side. And the drive stalls out as he's brought down. And the field goal unit likely to come on here on fourth and goal. Now on fourth down, the veteran Chris Boswell on for the Steelers. This about as short as you can get. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers are on the board. It's 7-3.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. Ray McLeod on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's Bijan Robinson and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. In here on the ground. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating. looking for an escape hatch. Found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line.
By the time the defensive backs had come downhill to get involved, we knew there was just no way he was going to get himself out of this. It just shows, Mike, how long he was flailing around back there, that by the time he actually went down, everyone was behind the line of scrimmage chasing him.
Now Penix on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
The pass protection's been a little bit shaky at times, and that was the case there. And even though they're not going to go down for allowing a sack, it was allowing the pressure that ultimately prevented that pass from being completed.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. And he'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. He cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Steelers offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. He'll start this on the ground with Johnson. He'll get about 2. Divine Diablo there to make the play.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Rodgers. That'll be caught by the running back, Warren. And he'll get about 3 here on 2nd down before he's out of bounds.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. The shotgun, it's AARON. Open man, right side, he's got it. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
That's just playing quarterback at a really high level, Mike. I mean, once he realizes his initial pre-snap read has changed, he just calmly goes through his progressions against this zone look. He ends up delivering a strike, and they keep the drive alive.
And he's going to be very close to the 1st down marker. Out of bounds after a gain of 9.
At the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 1. Give left side here for Johnson. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a 1st down.
A gain of 1 yard. 1st down, Steelers.
They'll go again with Johnson. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
Johnson again the ball carrier. He was tackled at the 27-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6. On play action, Rodgers. Here's a shot toward the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Pat Freiermuth. Touchdown, Steelers.
All week we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket Let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
Chris Boswell on for the point after. Not the best of snaps, and this one is blocked.
Mike, it's usually not a good thing when we start talking about the long snapper, but it was his error that leads to this blocked kick. So if this operation doesn't get cleaner, this is something we're going to have to keep an eye on the rest of the game.
Chris Boswell.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. McLeod now to return. And they will finally track him down, but not before he takes this to the other side of midfield.
The Falcons take over.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll start from the plus side of midfield, looking to possibly take the lead here. It's 1st and 10. Mooney in motion. We'll try the right side with Robinson. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
At the 49-yard line.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation, but now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback. There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
This is 3rd and 6. Pitts is the man in motion. On 3rd down, Penix going up top. That one is batted away, incomplete. No separation that time, tightly defended. It brings up 4th down. After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. On comes the punter now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And this is as good as you could possibly get. It's out of bounds, and it's marked right at the 1-yard line. Well done.
Automatic 1st down.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. On the handoff, it's Robinson. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a 1st down.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
Another run here for Robinson. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
Really nice job here defensively, not only to get the penetration and to clog those run lanes, but they're able to take them down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll go again with Robinson. And this is a slight improvement over the previous play. He's not going to lose yardage. He's not gaining any either. It's 3rd down.
It's a loss of a yard.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Throw across his body is complete. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. Out is Younghoe Koo to try the field goal. This is about as short as you can get. Koo's kick is good. And the Falcons are going to move out in front.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense ready for this next possession. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. He'll step up and run, and he's going to be taken down to 37. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards. And a Steeler 1st down.
Mike, this is great awareness by the quarterback manipulating the pocket. He feels the pressure coming on around him, but so often the soft spot is moving up in the pocket. That's exactly what he does. Takes off down the middle of the field, picks up good yardage, and a 1st down.
They'll run this over the center with Johnson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. Second and 11. From the gun, Rodgers. This one uncorked, looking for Woods. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league, and when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
And that just can't happen. 3rd and long, just understand, contain the ball, rally tackle, just get the ball carrier on the ground. Not only not able to get to him inside the pocket, he's able to extend the play with his legs and pick up a huge, long 1st down.
He's got the veteran, that's Robert Woods. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another 1st down. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. A 1st down throw from Rodgers. And that is caught on the right sideline, but it's out of bounds, says the official who was right there. Not the most accurate pass. It's incomplete, and it's second down.
So they're not going to come down with the reception, but, Mike, this is actually a really good ball. So with the coverage being as tight as it was, the only place that quarterback can put the ball is high and to the outside, saying, hey, if my guy can't come down with it and keep his feet in bounds, nobody is. The last thing you want to do is miss that ball on the inside, because those are the ones that end up going the other direction.
The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number one.
Third and inches.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Here's third down and a few inches. To the air once more, it's Rodgers. He'll try and get there on the ground. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10. Now Rodgers. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
Now a second down throw from Rodgers. He takes off. And a nice run and close to the first down, protecting himself, sliding at the end.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
On third and one, here's Rodgers. He'll run again, and he's into the end zone. Aaron Rodgers, touchdown Pittsburgh. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Now let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
On for the extra point is Boswell. It's up and good. And the Steelers will open up a 6-point lead.
16. Falcons 10.
So, final seconds of this first half. Looks like they'll take a lead into the locker room as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. From the 35, it's first and 10. To throw is Penix. That's caught Ray McLeod. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. On first and 10, it's Penix. And that's going to be picked by Jalen Ramsey. And he'll be brought down what will be the final play here in this first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. We'll see if adjustments at halftime change the course of this one, likely to play a big role in who's going to walk away with a W. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. Here's Bijan Robinson, and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and they've made him a real weapon in the passing game. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he's able to push his way forward, a gain of about 2. It'll be second down.
43-yard line. Brings up second down.
Pitts is the man in motion. A quick throw here, going to be taken by London. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game, where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game. Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball, get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible, and this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
The 50-yard line.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Third and long. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
The Falcons send their punting unit out. That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. Bring it back out to the 20-yard line. The Steelers offense and Aaron Rodgers getting ready to go once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete.
Seems like there was some miscommunication that time. They clearly weren't on the same page. That's something that they've got to get on the sideline and get corrected as soon as possible, because I think they just missed out on what could have been a big play.
The run out of the gun with Johnson. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
On third down, Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
Steelers getting ready to put this one away. This returnable from inside is on 40. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50. Set up the offense with a short field. The Falcons offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin with great field position, a short field, in fact, as they start with a first down. Mooney in motion. They'll go play action now with Penix. He'll step up and run this. A first down on the scramble. A gain of 16.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And the Falcons, first down.
Anytime a defense decides to blitz, Mike, they're always rolling the dice, and we see why. You bring that extra defender, and if he doesn't get home, that quarterback not only can escape the pocket, but there is a lot of room to operate downfield.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. First time they've looked his way all game long, but he comes through with the grab and a first down.
10 at the 22-yard line.
From the gun, here is Penix. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
That throwaway certainly isn't ideal in this situation, especially when you're trailing at this stage of the game, but no damage done. Move on to the next play.
2nd and 10. One just too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Ray McLeod was the one he was looking for there.
He was defended by
and it'll be third down.
So there's a sense of urgency with these RPOs, especially in the NFL game, because your linemen, they're thinking it's a run, so you can't allow them to get downfield. So that's where this quick decision-making from the quarterback is so critical. And the timing of this one just wasn't quite right and falls incomplete.
That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up fourth down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air, and truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
A 39-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Falcons will cut the lead from 6 down to 3. Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula and come out on top in this tight one as we hit the second half. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Steelers offense ready to take over possession of the football. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. So the drive begins with a give to Johnson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
In order for you to be able to operate out of this 4-3 style defense, Mike, the key is your defensive tackles, their ability to penetrate, their ability to be game wreckers. That's exactly what we saw here, his ability to get back there, make the stop at the line of scrimmage, keep it to no gain.
They run out of the gun with Warren. Not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
Rodgers to throw. Escaping to his left.
Rodgers scrambles from the pocket.
So the two components to a scramble drill, Mike, is the quarterback has to buy time with his legs, and then all of the receivers need to second reaction and come open downfield late. And he bought time, but nobody was able to separate, and there's nowhere to go with the ball.
So the Steelers ready to kick this one skyward as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to get back to work. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
Mike, typically speaking, the job of the defensive end on outside run plays is to set the edge of the defense, make everything try to cut back in. But in this case, he does a great job of actually stringing this play out sideways. He's able to bring the ball carrier down for a loss.
Pitts is the man in motion. On 2nd down, here's Penix. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
From the gun, on 3rd down, here's Penix. He's going to air this one out. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
We had a chance to sit down with the defensive coaches the other day, and we asked them, give us a few key points for today's game. And the first thing out of their mouth, Mike, what was it? It was, we got to get off the field on 3rd down. Well, here we are in the second half, and they've done just that. Right now, this offense has no answers on 3rd down.
And he's going to make a fair catch just beyond his own 40-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
Rodgers. This one not quite on target. Got him too much, and that one falls incomplete. Roman Wilson was the intended target. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
He has to do a better job identifying where the pressure is coming from, Mike, before the ball is snapped. He's got to get this ball out of his hand, to his outlet, to his hot receiver. But then once he senses the pressure, he kind of panics, and it's an easy sack. It's going to bring up fourth down.
And now here comes the punt team. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. Fair catch, taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. The Falcons offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start out first down and 10. But not another. They'll be fortunate to get this one back to the line of scrimmage.
So they're not going to get the yardage to reflect it, but I actually thought that was a pretty nice job by the running back, at least getting back to the original line of scrimmage. This offensive line, they've got to do a better job getting him through untouched. His yards before contact got to be better.
And he'll wind up with a short pickup as he slides to a stop. And that's going to bring up third down.
These plays just kill you on defense. The pressure's good, but you have to contain them. Quarterback does a nice job of escaping the pocket, turns into a runner, scrambles for positive yardage.
3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Penix. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Drake London was the intended receiver there. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
And the best offense on third downs, Mike, is to be really good on first and second down. This keeps teams from putting themselves in these unfavorable positions. It's part of the reason why these drives continue to stall out.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Steelers offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Warren. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Some pretty good speed coming off the line there, and it helped him disrupt that draw. Well, I don't even think disrupting is the right word. He flat out stopped the draw, handing them a loss.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Rodgers now. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. The rookie from Georgia, Jalen Walker, in for the sack. It is a loss of 8, and now it's third down.
So after picking up some positive yardage on first down, they end up going backwards on second. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. To throw is Rodgers. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. And he'll be stopped short of the first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
Not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Falcons offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. They'll run with Robinson. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
Robinson, the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 29-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Running here with Robinson. He's going to be brought down up past the 45. 17 yards on that play. 1st down, Atlanta.
That's good for a Falcons. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
It's not just the blockers creating yards for him out there. He created most of that yardage on his own, shrugging off the initial tackle attempt and continuing to rumble downfield.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap, and they'll give it to Robinson. And he'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll begin the 4th by giving it to Robinson. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25. 25 yards, the pickup there. It's good for a Falcon 1st down.
1st and 10.
Well, that right there, Mike, is your once-a-game reminder of just the importance of short tackling. This run never gets anywhere near where it ends up if that initial hit was stronger and he was able to take him down.
Off the play fake, here's the lefty Penix. He's going to run it.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on 1st down.
Here's 2nd and 2. On the ground, it's Robinson. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up 1st and goal.
A gain of 3 yards. That's good for a Falcons 1st down. 1st down and goal to go.
They'll run here with Algier. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped this was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
Going in the wrong direction. Now 2nd and goal from the 12. Back to throw. Here's Penix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Every possession is so critical in these close games. The one thing you can't have here is a turnover. Really nice job making sure that ball is uncatchable, and just line up and snap it again.
For the lead, here is 3rd and goal. Pitts is the man in motion. On 3rd and goal, it's Penix. That one, taken in. Darnell Mooney. Touchdown, Atlanta. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Here's Coop for the extra point. He's got it. And the Falcons have taken a 4-point advantage.
Falcons 20, Steelers 16.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. On the return, it's Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Steelers offense back onto the field for their next possession. Gun with Warren, and he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. He'll step up and run.
Quarterback does a nice job here sensing the pressure pretty quickly, realizes he doesn't have a ton of time to operate from within the pocket, decides to tuck the ball and rely on his legs. He's able to pick up a positive play.
Here we go. 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Johnson. Able to tiptoe around one tackler, but not a second. He'll be taken down for no gain right at the line of scrimmage.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
They're all set to punt this one away. They're forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. Fair catch made here. The drive will start at the 23-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. London brought in motion. And here comes Robinson on a toss to the right. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Now Robinson. He'll dodge one would-be tackle. He'll wind up getting a nice gain of 6 on the play.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
On 3rd down, Penix. Open man is Mooney. He's got it. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And what a clutch throw here on 3rd down to keep this drive alive. Now, in a perfect world, they'd love to go down there and get points. But at a bare minimum, milk the clock. Leave the least amount of time possible if you do have to give the ball back to your opponent. And if you're this defense, it feels like the time to get off the field is right now.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
Well, the defense gets a rare win. We've seen this ball carrier have his way on the ground pretty much all day today, Mike, and give credit to the defense. They were able to get back in the backfield with some penetration and bring them down for a loss.
Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. Left side, he's got McLeod. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for 3rd down.
And 6.
They'll throw. It's Penix. Open man, right side. He's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Falcons, first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
And at this stage of the game, every first down gets them one step closer to being able to finish this one out. This defense has to find a way to get off the field. They have to get the ball back to their offense to give them a chance.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Robinson. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
Joey Porter Jr. on the tackle. A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
I see a lot of tired legs out there on both sides of the field, Mike. Looks like this pass rush has found a little bit of a second wind. They come away with a big-time sack, and it brings up 4th down.
So here comes Younghoe Koo in a pressure spot. This to stretch the lead to a touchdown. And this one right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Gainwell to return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Steelers' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Johnson. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
That was just a race to the edge, and in this case, Mike, he just wasn't the winner. I mean, at this point, when the defense is out there waiting for you, it's tough for any runner in this league to even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the gun, Rodgers. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And 3rd down coming up. Throwing, Rodgers. This one, uncorked, looking for Woods. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor, and this time it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play.
Fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. Here's Bijan Robinson and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line.
Look, Mike, I realize most people, if they saw a lineman of his size waiting for him, they would just run the other way. But it's his job to try to find a way around the big fella and get what he can. Running backwards only turns a small setback into a much bigger one.
We're going to go play action with Penix. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays, but I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
As this clock continues to tick, we're getting dangerously close here to do-or-die territory. But after that 3rd down sack, real good chance of getting off the field. No points allowed. Let's see if their offense now can do their job, because defense certainly did theirs.
So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. The Falcons getting their punter out there as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. This kick hangs up, and the fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. The Steelers offense ready to take over once more. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over him.
They'll come up now for 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. Reels it in on the right side. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Rodgers. He's got it in down the field. It's Austin. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their 2nd. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down. Johnson trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
What you see there is really the key to a good free safety blitz. Time the snap so that the offense cannot determine that you're rushing. It's exactly what happened here. He's able to bring the ball carrier down for a loss.
Here's Rodgers. A pass taken in by Johnson. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Pick up of 11 yards on that one. That's a Steeler 1st down. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. That one too far out in front to be brought in, and it's incomplete.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
He finds Austin with the ground. And now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
3rd down.
This crowd into it now. It's 3rd and 2. Oh, there's movement up front. That's going to make this 3rd down a lot tougher. And the crowd a major factor now as we get to 3rd down. Rodgers going up top again. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. It'll be a pickup of 10. Good for a Steeler 1st down.
As the saying goes, Mike, you need your big-time players to make big-time plays, and the moment doesn't get bigger than this. Find yourself down. A touchdown gives you a chance to win this thing in regulation, and I think they got a shot.
And this is a touchdown. They do it on the final play. And now decision time. Down one. Will they go for two and the win?
Mike, I know everyone loves to debate these decisions, but I don't even think there's a decision to be made. You have got to keep your offense on the field, go for two, and end this thing right here. No overtime.
So one matter still remains before overtime. The extra point. The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. Here's Gainwell to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. So the drive begins with a give to Johnson. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. That's good for 27 and a first down.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in it.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
42-yard line. Brings up second down.
From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 5. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. They'll go again with Johnson. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
Now a first throw here in overtime. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. 10 yards the gain on the pitch and catch. That's a Steeler first down.
And a Steeler first down.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
He was brought down by Caden Ellis. A gain of 3 brings up second down at the 28-yard line.
Rodgers to throw. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
And that sideline just cannot believe their guy did not come down with that play. I mean, that's as easy as it gets. I frankly don't blame him. I mean, that's a play at this level you just have to make. Your teammates are dependent on it.
They need to get to the 22, but now face third down. Rodgers. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. Good for a Steeler first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
First down for Aaron. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
So you find yourself down here in the red zone. This is where it's critical for the quarterback, Mike, to understand he's only got two options. Put the ball in a spot where your guy can catch it or in a spot where nobody can catch it. And unfortunately for them, this time ends up being the latter.
Here comes a toss. Right. Here comes Johnson. And he'll take this one in. Touchdown, Steelers. Greg, exactly the way you want to handle it when you get the ball to start overtime.
Absolutely, Mike. You want to strike first. You understand the defense is wearing down. It's been a long game. Now you are one stop away from getting out of here with a huge win.
Don't forget about the extra point here. This, an important one. The kick is good. So an ideal start to this overtime. And now it's up to the defense to preserve a 7-point lead. So, thanks to that recent rule change, still the chance to extend this game and match that opening overtime score as they receive the kickoff here. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Falcons offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. First and 10, it's Penix. Throw over the middle, caught by London. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
Throw here down the field will fall incomplete. After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up. And that not a guy you can afford to lose here in overtime. We'll try again. It's second and 10. From the gun, it's Penix. That'll be caught. It's Tyler Algier. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They get 12 yards on that pass. First down, Atlanta.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So they teach the quarterback anytime he's facing pressure is you want to throw the ball into the blitz. In this case, he's got the back free releasing right into the teeth of that pressure and gets the ball out of his hands fast, allows him to turn up the field, and picks up a nice game.
And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
It's
a gain of 21 on that pass play. It's good for a Falcon first down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
Again, it's Penix. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Once you get down into this part of the field, most teams call it the red area. You have to finish by capitalizing with 6 points. Anything less than that feels like a little bit of a letdown, and after that sack, their chances of coming away with 6 get a lot more difficult.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
And you can see the quarterback, he's looking up at the Jumbotron after that throw, Mike. He knows he just got away with one, and he's thinking, all right, what do I got to do to make an adjustment that it's not so close the next time?
Now Penix on third and long. He'll let this go towards the end zone. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's fourth down.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most. And I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
Going to leave the offense out there for fourth and long. Fourth down, and here's Penix. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on fourth and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away. So this one, a win for the visiting Steelers. They had to work for this one. All even through 4 quarters, able to get the breakthrough in overtime to come away with a victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.